Hello, I'm Rex Basterfield, and I'd like to welcome you to a video about my Quilcom MultiPluck. What happened is that some time ago somebody asked me if I could have a go at a Qanun or Qanun, which I'd never heard of course. Turns out it's a kind of Turkish zither with an important feature, which is that most of the notes have 3 strings tuned in unison. Of course, if these triple strings are plucked fast and hard, you get a louder sound, but you also get a shorter delay between the individual plucks, such that they merge into one. Then I got to thinking that an engine that could do such a thing could also be made to do a lot of other things. For instance, you don't have to tune in unison. You can split so that you can have different tunings for the lower and upper notes, and so on and so forth. Also, I thought, well, why not have a selector where you can go up to 4 strings should you wish? So that's why I called it the MultiPluck rather than a sim. So this means you can make a passable simulation of various acoustic plucked instruments, and also some imaginary or fantasy instruments. The first part of the introductory music starts off with a 12-string guitar, and which is joined by a 6-string guitar, and then what follows is a selection of the presets to give you some idea of the different timbres and sounds you can get. Now, I've decided not to run through all the knobs and controls because everything you need to know is in the user guide, which is a Word document, so you can add your own notes should you wish to. It's probably a good idea to run through the presets, which contain generic presets of different types of settings and instruments, and then you can tweak those according to taste, or you can start off with an init preset. And if you take the learning by doing approach but come across something that you don't properly understand, then you can refer to the user guide, or of course just read it all through to start off with. As I often point out, my plugins are synthesizers, and if you're seeking true authenticity, then I suggest you buy yourself a sample-based instrument. So that's a somewhat brief overview of the Quilcom MultiPluck, and I hope you can find something creative to do with it, have a bit of fun with it, and until the next time, bye!